Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Aries. If Aries is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. Okay, let's get started. Okay, and let's see what these tea leaves have to say tonight. All right. This is a beautiful formation. And so our card for this evening is the Six of Wands, which has to do with victory. So I'm going to start kind of up here. And we have a person. It reminds me, the figure really does remind me of, what is that called? It's the Artemis. It is a statue of Artemis. And I can't remember what it is, but she's kind of in the same formation, and she has kind of all of the breasts or mammaries, and excuse me, sorry about that. And it is a beautiful symbol of, well, fertility, of course, and motherhood, but really kind of, I could go on and on about milk and the kind of one of the divine substances of the gods and so on, but this is a consciousness of knowing, of instinct, of swift action. There is a loyalty in this archetype of parenthood, motherhood, fatherhood, caregiver, that is unlike any other. Even more than, you know, your beloved, your mate, your spouse, to your mother, to your father, to that child consciousness, to that actual child or children of your family, of your community, there is this thing within us, a natural instinct, right, to protect. Even if you are not someone who is drawn to, you know, actually being a parent, we collectively look out for those who are more vulnerable. And so I feel that we have this beautiful image of this, very much the mother goddess energy. Okay, this also could be, you know, Sophia, any of the mother god. I mean, there's so many, right? One of my most beloved is the green Tara, right? And this is actually I have her here, actually, the patron of my childbirth. Okay, very important for me and for our household. She is definitely one of our mothers here. And so we also see the hand risen, holding the hand high. This is a sign of command, of creation. Okay, using that force that you have. You are a leader, a decider. You get things done. You make it happen. Even when it seems like everything is lost, you find a way. And really, you can have anything that you want. But you know, because you've never had it easy, it is not easy. But you're willing to go the hard way. You're willing to do the hard work. You are no stranger to having to make sacrifices. But you also fully understand what it is to obtain. And, you know, you work hard. You are so loyal to that work. So loyal to where you've put your mind. You've made the decision. You're going to do the thing, right? Of course, there's room for adjustment, and you will make those adjustments where needed. But you will never let anybody stand in your way, okay? There's so much optimism and joy even in the struggle. And that is why you are a born warrior. Why, of any of us, of any of the signs, you will be victorious. You don't give up. You know, and when you have lost the battle, not the war, you pick yourself up, you dust yourself off, and you figure out what you have to do. But I think with this card, I see with this command, with this togetherness, with this wholeness, this holistic holiness, with this the powerful canine by the side, you are flourishing. You are getting what is due. You're not waiting for anybody to give it to you, though. You're taking what is yours. I said this in another reading. There's this thing in the song about, you maybe will know this line because it's from a famous song. And I'm not going to talk about what it's about exactly because it's, you know, whatever. But he says he couldn't find work, so he made work. Okay? Could not find employment, so he made his own way. That's the energy of an Aries and a Leo, but an Aries for sure, right? You're not waiting around for the world to tell you it's okay. You're not waiting around for things to be given to you on a silver platter. No. You make your own destiny. You make your own fortune. You create your own success. And here we have the fish swimming right into this metaphysical. There's an abundance of spirit here. Your line all the way back, holding you, cheering you on. They have prepared you for where you are now. As strong as you are as an individual, it's a lot to do with the fact that you come from a long line of warriors. And keep looking at this one. We have a person, we have a person standing and they're holding what looks, oh my goodness, I just broke it in half. Sometimes they get too close. They're holding what looks like a triangle. Okay, so a sign of wildfire, but also a sign of knowledge. Okay, there is, I think, a period of deeper contemplation here, but also research. Whatever it is that you're going into this next cycle, you are going to be spending some time kind of looking into how to do it, right? Maybe learning how to do some things, finding resources possibly, okay, paperwork, all of that kind of stuff. I feel like this is going to be a big project for you, but I do feel that it is a blessed one. The mother who you fully emanate is smiling upon you, commanding the energies that you need to be successful here. Okay? And so I think that, you know, you have that ultimate blessing. And here we have the mountain, and I see the mountain climber, right? And this looks beautiful. This reminds me of a very like Asiatic kind of motif with the beautiful kind of flowing pointed clothing. And we have the kind of pack animal here, and I feel this is that holy mountain, ascending it, finding more and more meaning in the life that you are creating. Okay, I see you kind of fairly solitary these last years, but you are powerful in that position. I think that you are close to family, maybe more solitary as far as socializing, but highly focused. I don't think that you lament this at all. This is not a sad thing. You have kinship, you know, and friendship within your family ties, maybe one or two good friends, but you're not really out there super socializing. But that's okay because it's distractive. You spread your energies too thin when you get too involved in that. And I think that you have realized. Okay, so I see you really focused on this spiritual work. And here we have an H, okay, and I kind of almost feel like we have, for sure, we have an owl here, and then maybe a little bird here. So I feel like you have a message coming through to keep your eyes open. Okay, there's something coming about that is going to be an opportunity for you. And I think this ties into this project that you're doing, this research that you will be partaking in, this learning, education. Maybe you're going to be going back to school. Maybe you have an opportunity to get involved with maybe a new profession. Whatever it is, keep your eyes out, because I think that this thing is going to come to you, okay? And there is that message with the little bird. There's a message there. The H, a name maybe. Maybe it is somebody with an H name. Maybe it's a describer. Maybe it's a place. I don't know. But look out for the H as well. We have the gratitude, a little deck of appreciation. And I'm just going to kind of pull these up here, and I will stop where it feels right. Ooh, and I like that. This beautiful alignment of the sun and the star. Use your imagination. Contemplate what life would be like without everything you have. Okay. Keep ourselves humble, right? Yeah, I mean, I do think about this a lot, especially because I think I have a child. I have a husband. I never thought I would have these things. I think about what if, you know, I barely remember what my life was really like before my family. So I go through these exercises. I think about where would I be at? What would it be like? You know, and I think it, you know, that scares me definitely. And it keeps me more appreciative of what I do have. And also keeps me remembering I don't need too much, right? I can live in excess a little bit, and I have to reel it in. So I remember, let's think about what if I had nothing? What if I remember when I was like in my late 20s, I believe. I had this little apartment. I lived by myself for, well, I had a roommate for a while, but anyways. And I remember one night I was just laying there and I was thinking, I have like nothing to show for my life right now. I had friends that were married already, you know, maybe even getting divorced at that point, had gone to college, this, that, had good jobs, a lot of, you know, things going on. I did not feel like that. I was a waitress. I was, you know, in my addiction. I had problems. I was, you know, finding my way, and I was studying, and I was, you know, very moved by the universe. The universe was always speaking to me. But I felt like I was not living right. And now I think about that. I was young. That when you're, you know, when you're 26, 27, you think you are old and you know everything and whatever. But now I think, gosh, I was so young, first of all. But, you know, that I could easily be back in that position. You know, you never know. You never know what life will bring you. And so we must remember what is right before us. And if that is not what you want, if your life is not, you know, manifest in such a way, then we do the work, right? We figure out, what are our goals? How can we make this happen? You know, how can we shift our perceptions? How can we heal a relationship with ourselves? You know, all of these things. Okay, I want to say thank you. Thank you. It is, it is the eve of the equinox. So this is my last reading. I'm going to go get some dinner for the family. I'm going to have a little bit of a celebration here. Have some fun. So I hope you all are doing the same. And actually, when this comes out, it'll be the equinox. So hopefully, if you didn't celebrate on the eve, you're celebrating today. Okay. I want to thank you. If you would be so kind as to like the video, it helps us get into the algorithm, and the algorithm decides everything. So we like to make it happy with engagement, things like liking the video, watching the readings from the beginning to the end, sharing the videos on other social media platforms. And if you have not subscribed, please think about doing that. And if you want to leave a comment, please do. I read all of them. I appreciate them. I appreciate you. All right. Thank you. And we will talk in just a few days. Love ya.